Welcome to our show, where we delve into the lives of extraordinary individuals who have left an indelible mark on history. Today, we're going to explore the fascinating life of Nina Simone, a woman whose unique blend of talent, determination, and social conscience has captivated audiences around the world. Born Eunice Kathleen Wayman on February 21, 1933, in Tryon, North Carolina, Nina Simone's early life was marked by the harsh realities of racial segregation and the comforting solace of music. Tryon, a small town nestled in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, was a world where the rhythms of the African American community blended with the melodies of traditional Southern music. This unique cultural landscape would later influence Nina's distinctive artistic expression. The year 1933 was a tumultuous time in America, with the Great Depression casting a long shadow over the nation and the Jim Crow laws enforcing racial segregation in the South. Despite these challenges, Nina's family provided a nurturing environment that fostered her love of music. Nina's childhood was filled with the love and discipline of her mother, Mary Kate Wayman, a Methodist minister who instilled in her a strong sense of faith and moral guidance. Her father, John Divine Wayman, was a handyman and a musician who introduced Nina to the world of music, teaching her how to play the piano and sing in the local church choir. The family's modest home on Hill Street was filled with music, as Nina's parents encouraged her to develop her talents from an early age. Her siblings, sister Lucille and brothers Samuel, John, and Carol, also played a significant role in shaping her childhood, providing a sense of camaraderie and support that would stay with her throughout her life. As a young girl, Nina attended the Tryon Colored School, where she excelled academically and musically. Her teachers, including Mrs. Miller, recognized her exceptional talent and encouraged her to pursue music as a career. The school's emphasis on classical music and literature also had a profound impact on Nina's artistic development, exposing her to the works of great composers like Bach and Chopin. Outside of school, Nina spent countless hours listening to the radio, mesmerized by the voices of jazz legends like Billie Holiday and Ella Fitzgerald, who would later become her inspirations. The historical context of Nina's early years was marked by significant events that would shape her future. The Great Migration of African Americans from the rural South to urban centers in the North was underway, bringing with it new opportunities and challenges for Black communities. The civil rights movement was gaining momentum, with leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks emerging as prominent figures. Nina's experiences growing up in a segregated society would later inform her music and activism as she sought to challenge racial injustices and promote equality. Nina's family and community played a crucial role in shaping her early life and fostering her love of music. Her parents' encouragement and support helped her develop her talents, while her siblings provided a sense of belonging and companionship. The Tryon Colored School and its emphasis on classical music and literature exposed her to new ideas and influences, which would later shape her unique artistic expression. Her family, community, and historical context all played a role in shaping her character and future path. The encouragement of her parents, the guidance of her teachers, and the influence of her musical heroes all contributed to her development as an artist. We saw how her family, community, and historical context shaped her character and future path, fostering a love of music that would stay with her throughout her life. As we pick up Nina's story in the late 1940s and early 1950s, we find her attending the Juilliard School in New York City, where she studied classical piano under the tutelage of Carl Friedberg. This period was marked by significant personal and artistic growth for Nina, as she immersed herself in the city's vibrant music scene and began to develop her unique sound. The influence of jazz legends like Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald, and Thelonious Monk can be heard in her early performances, which were characterized by their emotional intensity and technical precision. Nina's first major break came in 1954 when she began performing at the Midtown Bar in Atlantic City, New Jersey. It was here that she adopted the stage name Nina Simone, taking her new first name from the Spanish word for girl and her surname from the French actor Simone Signoret. This period marked a significant turning point in Nina's career, as she began to gain recognition for her unique blend of jazz, blues, and classical music. The late 1950s saw Nina release her debut album, Little Girl Blue, which featured a mix of jazz standards, folk songs, and original compositions. The album was a moderate success, but it laid the foundation for Nina's future work, showcasing her incredible vocal range and expressive delivery. Songs like My Baby Just Cares for Me and Don't Smoke in Bed demonstrated Nina's ability to interpret complex emotions through music, setting her apart from other singers of the time. As Nina's career gained momentum, she became increasingly involved in the civil rights movement, using her platform to speak out against racial injustice and promote equality. Her music reflected this commitment, with songs like To Be Young, Gifted and Black, and Mississippi Goddamn, addressing issues like racism, segregation, and police brutality. Nina's activism was not limited to her music. She also participated in protests and demonstrations, including the 1963 March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. Nina's experiences during this period were shaped by her earlier life in Tryon, where she had witnessed firsthand the harsh realities of racial segregation. Her family's encouragement and support had given her the confidence to pursue a career in music, despite the many obstacles that lay ahead. The influence of her musical heroes, including Billie Holiday and Ella Fitzgerald, can be heard in her performances from this time, which were marked by their emotional intensity and technical precision. Her commitment to using her music as a platform for social justice helped to establish her as a leading voice in the civil rights movement, inspiring countless others to join the fight against racial inequality. As we pick up Nina's story in the late 1960s and early 1970s, we find her facing new challenges and triumphs. Despite her growing success, Nina struggled with the pressures of fame, including racism, sexism, and the constant scrutiny of the public eye. She also faced personal struggles, including a tumultuous marriage to Andrew Stroud, who managed her career but also controlled her finances and dictated her creative decisions. In 1970, Nina released her iconic album, To Be Young, Gifted and Black, which featured a mix of jazz, blues, and gospel music. The album was a critical and commercial success, and its title track became an anthem for the civil rights movement. The song's powerful lyrics, which celebrated Black identity and resilience, resonated with audiences around the world. Nina's commitment to social justice continued to drive her music and activism during this period. She performed at benefits for organizations such as the Southern Christian Leadership Conference and the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, and she spoke out against racism and inequality in interviews and public appearances. Her music also reflected her growing interest in African culture and identity, with songs like Zungo and Balm in Gilead, incorporating elements of traditional African music. One of the most significant events of Nina's life during this period was her meeting with the writer James Baldwin, who became a close friend and confidant. Baldwin, who had written about Nina's music in his essays, introduced her to other prominent artists and intellectuals, including Lorraine Hansberry and Martin Luther King Jr. These connections helped to further establish Nina as a leading voice in the civil rights movement, and they inspired her to continue using her platform to speak out against injustice. In 1971, Nina performed at the Montreux Jazz Festival in Switzerland, where she delivered a powerful and emotional performance that showcased her incredible vocal range and expressive delivery. The concert was recorded and released as an album, Nina Simone, Live at Montreux, which features classic songs like My Baby Just Cares for Me and To Be Young, Gifted and Black. Despite the challenges she faced, Nina remained committed to using her platform to speak out against injustice and promote equality, inspiring countless others to join the fight for civil rights. That's all for today's biography with Plutarch. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, remember that understanding the lives of remarkable individuals helps us better understand ourselves.